Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch. I thought I'd come and join you today, this Monday. It's not a Nan talk today. I put a Nan talk on, but this is just tea with Nan. So it's a very informal cup of tea, just to connect to you, see how you are. If anyone wants to pop on here, I've advertised today as just an informal, oh, I've got a little heart already, a little cuddle. Oh, hi Julie, it's lovely to see you. I hope you've got your cup of tea or coffee. It's really nice. It's just nice to connect with you because I do the recordings now. Hiya. Oh, I've got lots of them. I love those. They're so cute. Thank you. That's lovely. Yeah, made my day already. So how have you started your day? I mean, anyone that's listening or watching this, how do you start your day? You know, it's really interesting. You might just get up and run around. You might have the kids with you. But there's always some time or something you can do. Even if you're just in the shower or you're preparing food, you can always be mindful. And if you're mindful, hi Irene. If you're mindful, then you stand a good chance of ordering yourself a good day, to be honest, and feeling better physically and emotionally. As you know, I've been doing my Nan talks and putting those on every week, but I also put them on YouTube, which is really cool. And so they're all enjoying that. So it's really good. Have a cuppa. Nice. Yes. Good girl. You need to relax. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I've got lots of stuff to do, but it's good to relax. Take a moment. Just take a moment and think, what can I use? What can I do today? Like we think to ourselves, well, what outfit do we want to wear today? Or, you know, we sort of make we choose what we want in our day, don't we? What clothes you're going to wear, what food you're going to eat. But people aren't mindful enough about what they're feeling, you know? They're not really sort of thinking, well, am I feeling sad? Am I feeling happy? Quite often people are just going along with that feeling without actually doing anything about it. Hi, Irene. Oh, I'm going to talk about today, we'll just chat with you about anything that you might need. One of my talks. It's pretty warm in here, actually. I might open the door. What kind of talks do you want? I mean, do you need to separate love from loss? That's the one I've just put on. I've just shared that one with Facebook. And as I say, it's on my YouTube account as well. So if you want to look that up, that's quite a nice one. You have some fun with that one. It's a very tangible one. I really like that. And it's about how to sort of take away, you know, when people really love somebody and they lose them or for some reason they're not connected, it's kind of all mixed up in one. So if you want to look at that, I'll show you how to separate those feelings. So you're left with just the love, which is what everybody deserves. And it's really good for your heart chakra. And as you know, all my talks are good for all of those areas. So one lady on here in particular, I won't say your name, but you can always own up to it. She has used several of my talks, and basically it's been colouring in, the wheel, grounding, paint the bell, if you can't sleep. All of those have been really good for people. And I'm so grateful for the feedback I'm getting. I'm getting loads of feedback. And one lady sent me, it was really good, she sent me photographs of her feet on the ground for the grounded one. That was brilliant. And everywhere she goes, she's grounding again. She's getting more used to releasing negative feelings or whatever she wants to get rid of. If she had an imbalance, you can get rid of an imbalance. If you had a headache, you send it through your body into the ground. Really good. Anyway, she keeps sending me these beautiful photos on Facebook. And there she is in different places with her feet. It's so cool. It's so lovely. So people are having fun with these, and they're really surprised at how much they work. They really do work. I mean, you start to think, well, how can that help me? I mean, if I'm colouring in, what's that going to do? But it's really powerful. It goes into your subconscious and it releases those energies. So I know one lady on here is having some trouble with the base chakra here. So I would suggest those red areas. Now, I've already given you, I'm thinking, let's see, if anyone wants to come up with any ideas that they want to change in their lives, like, you know, do you want to feel happier, or do you want that pain to go away, or anything they feel that they don't want in their life. They want something better. So any imbalance, I'll just give you one of my lovely talks that I've done so far, which is 26, counting yesterday. So 26 so far. And there's 70 to go. 70. I actually have far more than that, but I'm squeezing all of those into a book called The Choice Is Mine, as you know. So on talking about books, while you're thinking about what you'd like, this is my book I've had for ages. I've had it redone, actually. It's lovely. And this little book is only $5.99. But what it is, it's affirmations, right? You can see them there. Affirmations to balance your mind, body and soul. And if I can do that here, if you can have a look, you see the different colours. You've got the red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue and purple. And there's 10 affirmations for each of those chakra areas. So what they're geared for, what they're trying to do, I just thought I'd reintroduce it because it's been sitting on a bookshelf upstairs. People might want them as gifts. They might want to share them. They want to just use it almost like a pack of cards. So if we were to just go over to the first one I'm drawn to, which is that one. Okay, resistance. That's the blue. That's for this area here. So I'm just going to read you that one out. And you'll notice if you do buy this or you want one of these, you'll notice that there's an underlined section in every single page. Okay, always an underlined section. That's because the underlined bit. Oh, hi, Julie. Where can you purchase them? From me, darling. You've only got to give me send me a private message and I can post them to you. I can, you can have as many as you want for family and friends. I think I've only got about 100 left. So I'm just sort of sharing them out. People can buy them then, can't they? And I can reorder. So this is resistance. Resistance is when, as I say, we're resisting some change that we need to have, okay? And the underlined bit is like the meat of it, the main part of that whole page. The whole page is good for all of the body. Hi, Janet. You see the border there shows you where you're working when you're doing this actual affirmation, okay? But they're multicoloured. As you see, the words are multicoloured to act as a tonic for each one of those chakras anyway, okay? Even though it's geared for the light blue, okay? So resistance. I wrote this quite a few years ago, actually, and all of them I wrote for me, how I felt about that day. How do I feel? I wake up in the morning and I noticed I was resistant to change, okay? Today, I take a look at resistance. How do I relate to resistance in my life? Do I shy away from some change or challenge? Or maybe something or someone that makes me feel uncomfortable? This may be so, but if I detach myself from the emotional response, I am able to embrace resistance as a tool to help me grow. My new awareness of self evolves me to a graceful place of power. With tools of trust, strength and courage, I transform my resistance to emotional freedom. And that day I needed emotional freedom. I needed not to be tangled with my resistance. I needed to basically embrace it and help me grow, really, to let go of those feelings. Let's have another one. Frustration. That's a good one. This is for the yellow area, okay? I wasn't actually going to talk about this book. I was going to talk about my other book, but there we go. I'm obviously doing this for you. This is really good. So frustration, okay? Today, I recognize my feelings of frustration. I understand my response to people and situations as my need to feel validated in my personal view. When situations drive me to react with frustration, I remind myself to step back a little from the cause, without my need for justice and use trust that I will eventually feel satisfied as a result of patience and maturity. As I move forward into a calm state of control, I know frustration has no power over me unless I allow it to. Liberation is mine. And so I know it's quite long-winded, that one, but there are some really short ones in there as well, like the happiness one. That's quite cute. Every one of those was to recognize, to identify something that was holding me back and then reform it. So I took something I was feeling and reformed it, recognized it, reformed it, and I rebalanced myself with a positive ending of each one of these. So they were all good. And some of them are absolutely beautiful, like gratitude is good. I like gratitude. But anyway, so that's $5.99. If you want it, just let me know. And I can arrange to send it to you, or you can pop by and pick it up or whatever. So that's lovely. And another thing you can do with this book, apart from using it like a pack of cards and opening randomly, you can, if you have an ache or pain, like, you know, you have a backache, or say you've got, I don't know, say your knee hurts, you would be reading all of the red section, all 10 pages. You can choose which ones you want. And that would be really great. Or you can look to see what they're, you know, which one is relevant to you. So you might just open it randomly and think, oh, I really need that particular one. And you know that's good for that area. Okay. So that's just something I thought I'd promote. I don't normally promote it, but you can, you can see it's obviously for a reason. You might need that. So that's the book if you want it. Going back to my Nan talks, I write them all out on here, you see. And no one's asked me so far on here if you've got an ache or pain or problem or feeling that you want rid of. Just, if you want to say which area it is, you don't have to tell me what it is. You just have to say, where is that? And if you don't know where it is, just mention it and I'll tell you. So, for instance, if you had circulation problems, that would be the light blue and the red. Okay, so something to do with the lymph. And I would help to clear that with a couple of these. So if you've got any conditions, aches or pains, I would be happy to recommend one of these as your personal one, you see. So just to remind you, I've got how to open chakras. I hope some of you are doing that. That was the first talk I did. Then Sort It Sunshine. I use that one a lot, actually. Yeah, I open my chakras every day, and every day. And it's, you can do it in gradual stages, if you like, in between making cups of tea and everything else you have to do in your busy lives. There is no excuses. Sort It Sunshine is one of my favourites because that's where you get your higher self to do the work. I like doing that. Well, it makes it an easy day. And then we've got the 3 V's, and most of you on here will know about that. Value, I value me, I validate me, I very much love me. That's a lot of fun. The vibe you give out when you do that, everybody does value you, and that's really cool. 7-year cycle, that's really interesting. Moving mantras, I've had quite a bit of feedback for that. People like that one because you can make a sound and an action. It's good fun. I like fun. Sticks, stop you from criticizing yourself. The wheel, that's really good. Now, I use the wheel every morning as one of my things I do. It sounds like I do a lot, but I do 3 things every morning before I get out of bed. I always stretch time. That's another one. And then I come into the wheel to see what my little inner child needs that day. And it could be anything. It could be energy. It could be, I don't know, comfort. It could be power. It could be satisfaction, anything you like. So I come in, 3 concepts, take that into myself, down into my spine and come out into my consciousness again, which is really cool. And then I do my chakras. But every day, if I need extra things like Sort It Sunshine or Cross It Out, that's a nice one. That's crossing out worry, although I don't tend to do that very much. I used to be the world's best worrier, and I don't worry anymore. I just use one of the tools, you know. So understanding colour's good. Which colour do you wear? They're all lovely. So if you have a little look at any of those, or you're drawn to them on the website, then it's good. Oh, Irene's talking to me. I have just, yes, the wheel is helpful. Yes, exactly. Blue and red in colour and colouring in wax. Yes, I know, darling. Thank you for saying that. And you put a lovely message on my Facebook today, didn't you? Which was really nice, telling me all the tools you use. And there's another beautiful lady that does the same, who's saying, I've used this and I've used that. And you can link them all together. You can think, well, I'll use that with that one, which is really cool. I'm so glad, Irene. It's lovely that you're here with us and that you're talking. You're always so loyal. Every time I come on here, you're here. I love it. Feel like I'm giving you a hug. And your beautiful cat. So going back to these, I mean, I've given Irene a few things to do, but you might want to play around. You might think, okay, what else could I use? I mean, there's detachment, over the cliff to detach from a problem. Thank you for the heart. Dear Body, which I really like. I think that's a fantastic one for you, Irene. Dear Body. I think that would really help you. And the Well Done Me would help your spine. That's a good one. Well Done Me was on number 18, and that's on the 31st of the 5th. That's really good for your yellow. Really good. And this is this bit here, okay? The yellow area. And that governs the whole spine. So you might like that. It's good fun. A lot of people liked Be Your Own Cake. That was a nice one. That was how you make yourself, how you become the source of your own happiness, rather than expecting someone else to make you happy. It takes the pressure off of them. It makes you much more powerful and able to be happy without having the external need or the codependency of someone else. You can still have that. That's the icing on the cake. But Paint the Bell was good for some people. That was where they learned how to mindfully think of a colour, to release hormones, natural hormones from your mind, basically to go through your body and help you sleep, which was really good. I made that up when I was 18, and it works. It works. Even if you're colourblind, it works. So, yeah, that was great. Over the Cliff I've used, I make these up. Of course I do. The same as I did for my book. The affirmations were something I needed, and they worked. And I could actually measure that. Everything I do, I can measure in a card game I play with people, as you know, the different colours, and to see what your best energy is down to the one we need to work on. And every time I did one of these exercises or use the affirmations, I found that I was better in that particular area it was good for. So, oh, you're welcome, Irene. Thank you. It's really nice that you're playing with colour. You're playing, you're doing some of the exercises. I'm saying playing with it because there's no pressure. It's just fun, Remove the nail. Some people have actually changed their lives. It might be like they didn't want to be at that job anymore and they decided, or that, I know one person in particular who has messaged me and said she's no longer with her husband. That's because he was a nail. But that's not a bad thing. You don't have to make such drastic changes, but the nail can, it's really interesting how much we compromise in our lives, and we don't have to do that. We can give ourselves permission to get off the nail if you need to, and you'll be happier physically and emotionally if you do. That was one I used to give out quite a lot to people who were stuck with situations. Still your waters, that's a nice one. People have come back and said they've stilled the waters, the turbulent waters that kind of in your mind. It's like, you can't see your own reflection, can't feel, I don't know, your thoughts really aren't that clear. They're all jumbled up with lots of chaos and stress. So we need to still the waters. It's only a short one, that one. You might like that. That was on the 28th of the 6th. Push the easy button. That's a bit of fun as well. And I have lots of friends who use that. And they just find something that looks like a upside down candle holder, as long as it's red. It looks like a button. Or they actually draw a button. It's really good fun. And you're just mindfully intending. And all these are about intention anyway, but this is just a playful pushing the easy button today. It's going to be piece of cake. Everything's going to go smoothly. So one other lady came back with the power of the song. Actually, Irene, you're one of them. Power of the song. Yes. When you feel a bit low and you want your emotional balloon to come off the ground, I'm always encouraging that you have to put something that's really happy on. You put something that makes you feel good. And it's called an external context cue in psychology. And what it does is it tells your brain, oh, that's how I feel when I listen to that song. And it makes you feel that way. Whatever you want to feel. Music is very powerful, and you can just fool your subconscious thinking that you are happy or you are well or you have got energy. Music does a lot of things. So if you want to listen to that one, that's one I did that on the 17th of July. And that's just year 21. So, and that's especially good for this one as well. Oh, thank you guys. Whoever's putting the love and the cuddles on, that's really nice. My inner child loves those. How to stay grounded, as I say, was on the 24th. I think I presented it on the 26th of July. And that's really good for your heart chakra. It's very good for your red, actually, because you're drawing energy up through that area there. So from the ground, you're dispelling it. It's really good for your mind, to clear your mind as well. So have fun with that. If you want to go out in the grass, there's no excuse really. Grass, sand, you can do it with your hands if you don't want to actually stand up on the ground. You can actually just place your hands on the ground and do it through those chakras instead. Hi, Mand. It's lovely you're here. I hope you've just joined us. I hope you saw some of this, what we were talking about so far. Just going on about how some of the talks I've done have really helped, and I've had some great feedback from, some people. We don't all like or need the same tools. Every day we don't all wear the same sort of clothes. We change every day. We might evolve. We might decide, I want to change this part of my life, or today I'm just going to relax and do nothing. There's always a tool to fit that day. And they're good fun. And once you start playing with them, your sense of trust in yourself grows and your confidence grows. You wouldn't believe it, but I never used to be confident at all. I used to suffer stress and panic attacks years back. I was always worrying and, every day I stressed. It was awful. And I was caught in that. I didn't have the emotional tools. And then I had to develop them. I needed them, so I developed them. I invented them. And I found they worked. And I have so many I love. And it's never going to go away. I'm always going to have more and more and more of those tools, because every day, as you evolve, there's something else you can play with, something else you can kind of develop in yourself and think, yeah, I'd like to be more of this or that. What can I give myself for that? Instead of popping a pill or, I don't know, comfort eating or whatever I used to, I used to eat. I used to be quite a big girl as well. I used to eat for food, for comfort. And so people do that. And maybe I needed to release self-judgment, so I'd make one up for that. So, yeah, I think the 3 V's was for that one, because I was always judging myself. So it's very useful to use something. And when you see the difference and you think, wow, I can use that again. So all of my clients know my tools, and they share them, which I'd like you to do, by the way. I'd like you to share if you like any of the talks that you see on the YouTube or on Facebook, please could you share it with your friends and family, because I want to get it out there. I want people to feel better. I want the feedback. I really want the feedback. It's lovely that you guys are coming back and telling me how you feel about the ones that you're using and the ones that suit you. I'm really, really honoured to have your feedback. So, yeah, there you go. So shall I just tune into you and guess? I've done that for you, haven't I, Irene? I know you need Dear Body again. But looking at here, I'll do one for Mand if she's still watching. Dreams for you, Mand, number 11. And that's for this area here. Okay, you've had really sensitive eyes lately. So dreams, it's all about, that's on the 12th of the 4th, by the way, if you want to make a note of that. It's all about what your dreams make you feel in the day, like a dream hangover. And if you've had a weird dream, you don't realise why your mood might be a bit different. The whole day you can carry that mood. So I show you how to get rid of that and how to understand it a little bit better. So dreams is really good. And it opens this one and it opens this one, okay? And it makes you feel in control again when you've done an action, and there's an action with that one as well. Well, there is with most of them, actually. So one for Irene. I know I've already given you the body. I would go for the grounded one. If you could get out onto a patch of ground, I would. So good for you. I do it most days, actually, even if it's raining. Oh, hi. Oh, Janet's just put a message up. That is lovely. Yes, I'll sort that out. I will. She wants a book. I shall put a picture of this on maybe, and people can sort of have a look at it. When you buy it, you'll love it, and you can then pass it on to someone else if you needed to. What I like about this book is basically at the back of it, you've got all of the titles there. So if you just wanted to say, well, what kind of topic do I want? Do I want dancing butterflies? Do I want to play like a butterfly? Do I want to have balance in my life? They're all good. Gratitude, grief, desire, happiness, slowing down. Oh, that was a good one. That was the very last one I did. I needed that. I was always running around too fast and having accidents and all sorts. It was terrible. I didn't after I used that one, because as I was reading the words, I realised I was mindful to slow down. I don't have to race around everywhere. And so that's very, very good to have. Anyway, so that's good fun. I'm glad you're liking the book so far. I think collectively, for everybody, going back to how all the changes we've got, all the worry people have with moving back, going back to work, their families, people that have been ill, I think what I would do collectively would use the one that I would use the power of the song, and I would do the grounded one. If I was just going to give you one for everybody that's listening, it would be the power of the song. So you choose your own song to dance around with for your inner child to raise your emotional balloon. And that, as I say, is on the 17th of the 7th. And how to stay grounded. It's such a practical thing to do. You actually feel the energy. You do feel the energy coming into your body, and your head feels better. You oxygenate your brain and your body. It's lovely. So that's number 25, and it's dated the 26th of July. And that's really good for your immune system as well. But so is Separate Love from Loss. And that's a really playful one I recorded yesterday with a ball of wool. If you haven't got the wool, you can imagine it. But if you watch that, it's on Facebook now. It's on my website. Well, it will be on my website later. And it's on my YouTube channel. So if you want to have a look at that, let me know how you feel about separating love from loss. We've all had a situation of loss in our lives. And even if you haven't got it now, you might just think, well, if I have any loss in the future, I'll know how to handle it. I've got this emotional tool I know what to do with, which is great. So have fun with that. And if you can go onto my YouTube, then like and subscribe and share, because I didn't have anybody. I had the channel, but I didn't have anybody at all that was signing up or sharing them, because they just didn't know about me on there. So if the more people know about it, the better it can be for everyone, and they can share. Then of course I can share the books I write and things like that. So yeah, and of course it will let you know when, if you subscribe, it'll let you know when I'm back on again, which means you don't miss out on anything I do. Which is what I want. So thank you everyone for the hugs. If anybody wants to, oh hi Annie, have you just joined? Oh, you probably thought it was 12:30. I've changed it to 12 because people were sort of having lunch breaks or tea breaks about midday. So oh, lots of love to you too, Annie. So while you're on here, before I won't go just yet then, I've actually come back to the 3 V's, Annie, for you. I'm tuning into you, and that must be a hormone thing, because this area and that area there govern the hormones. And of course, it might be that in some way perhaps you're judging yourself here. Perhaps you've done a job and you think, I could have done that better. Oh, Annie, thank you. Only 12, is it? Yes, okay, 12. Yes, it is, darling. But I can be on here a bit longer. I'm not in any hurry today. I'm happy to chat to you all because I've missed you all. And it's really nice just to connect to you and chat to you and find out how you've been. Because it is a choice half the time. And people think, oh, I'm tired. Or if you're tired, let's have more energy. Let's put yourself in the wheel and have more energy. It's just mindfulness. Or read an affirmation that says, oh, those are crows. An affirmation is really powerful. Make your own up. Do it to the mantra. That's a nice one. But the 3 V's are for you, Annie. And you know what they are. I value me. I validate me. I very much love me. But if you want to remind yourself, or if someone else needs this, all you've got to do is direct them to that talk on the 15th of a second. And that will help all their hormones. It will help men as well, by the way. Men need this. And it will help their hormones to regulate and to be more balanced, okay? It works. I've done it for myself, of course. And if you find that you're judging yourself, perhaps I've done that job, but it could have been better, or in any way, that's a good one for you to say, I love me, which is something people don't do. They don't value themselves enough. We're all very quick to judge ourselves, to be honest. Or we look at our bodies, or we look at our lives and we think, well, that could be better, or that bit there needs changing, or whatever. Okay, we'll study it. Yeah, something, Annie, I made it up a long time ago, and I've used it for years. And now and again, I think, oh, I wonder how I'm feeling I just tune into myself and think, perhaps I don't value myself enough. Other people sometimes, they come back to me and they'll turn up at the door with a gift, or they say something nice on Facebook, which is so lovely. And I think, oh, I feel valued. And then I realised I wasn't really feeling my value myself. It's so easy not to. It's so easy to think, well, that bit's okay. And we take ourselves for granted, don't we? And our bodies too. And we compare ourselves to others sometimes. And that's not a good thing either, because you're individually beautiful as you are. And you're precious as you are. I mean, if we compare ourselves to the leaves on the trees, when you first start out, the leaves on the trees are really tiny and supple and green and beautiful. And as they develop, I live near the woods, and as they develop, the leaves get bigger and they fully form, And then in autumn, they drop to the ground and they turn colour, they change colour and they change shape and they become crispy on the ground. And in the end, they're just a vein of what the leaf used to be. And throughout every single stage of that, they are always beautiful. Every stage that that leaf has been through individually is beautiful, not to be compared with how it was at the beginning, okay? So it is something we tend to do quite often, and that 3 V's is good for that, and Sticks is good as well. That's another good one for hormones. So Sticks is on the 8th of March, and that stops, mind you, that's hilarious. When I did that one, all the apparatus went wrong and everything, and I did everything wrong. It was a Bridget Jones moment. And it was a great opportunity to show you how I did not criticise myself for getting certain things wrong. And that was that was really right at the beginning, I think, when I started doing my talks. So, and I will not poke myself with a stick. I will not criticise myself anymore like I used to do every day. And so, yeah, I hope they're useful for quite a few of you. Separate Love from Loss is a really nice one. Even if you don't need it, please watch it. Please share it, because a lot of people, it isn't just losing a person sometimes. It might be losing something that they really treasured in their lives or place they used to be. And you need to separate that loss. You need to get rid of that because it takes them down. That's how people get sad. So let's make everyone happy and share the good things, okay? And make everybody feel their own value. That's what I'm trying to do. Because if you feel your own value, you'll shine like a bright light. And everybody will see you and be inspired by you, okay? So have fun with all of that. If you want to colour in, get yourself an adult colouring book and maybe just colour in. If you're not sure what colours to use in your colouring book, just think about it. The colour of the rainbow here. Just think, where is there an ache or pain? If you've got shoulder pain, or if you've got a neck ache, or if you've got toothache, which colour do you need to use? Or where? Or hold crystals as well, all sorts. So you can then think, okay, I'm going to wear that crystal and I'm going to colour in. I'm going to wear that colour and I'm going to colour in as well. And it does have an effect on your body. Okay, so I've waffled on now for over half an hour. If anybody has any aches or pains and they don't want to say now on here, but they want to message me, feel free. I will have a look at my book so far of what I've done, and I'll recommend one of those or 2 of those for you. If you find you want to talk about a certain condition, I will recommend, or feeling, I'll recommend something from my little book, from my Nan Talks, okay? And as I say, if anybody wants any of these, contact me, because they're like a pack of cards that you can open, or you can go to a particular area they feel you need, okay? So that's something to offer. Right. Oh, I've nearly forgot. Next Nan Talk that I'm going to be putting on next week is about mirror work. And some of you will know about this already, where you stand in front of a mirror and we can become the best we can be in different areas of our lives if we use the mirror, okay? Bad left shoulder, wearing blue. Oh, Annie, that's you need to support you. You need a bit of fun. You need more cake. You need to be, yeah, you definitely need to have some more fun. Let's have a look. Because you might be working too hard. It might be that your inner child is trying to say to you, I want to stop. I want to do something else, you know? And it's responsibility as well. So if you look at that light blue area there, you need to be drawing that. I'd colour in, Annie. Colour in, darling. So colour in blue. And if you've got a pain in your body, it means the red one's low. So red and blue are your areas that you need to colour in, okay? And maybe a bit of green as well, because it might be underneath that area. So you don't even have to understand why that works. You just have to colour in or wear it. So Annie, get yourself something blue, red and green, okay? Or use those colours, doodle maybe, and colour the doodles in. That's going to make you feel good, and it'll probably just, you're concentrating on the colour, and that as you're doing that, your mind gradually relaxes. So have some fun. I'm back again next Monday, hopefully. I say hopefully, it's very informal, this tea with Nan. You just grab yourself a cuppa and chat to me about what you need. So that's roughly, as I say, about 12 o'clock every Monday, unless something happens and I can't do it then. the Nan Talks are always presented on a Monday. I do put them on YouTube a day or so before. So if you want to get those early, I think that was my friend Alan. Alan just popped up there. Oh, thank you, Anne. That's so lovely. Thank you, Julie. Oh, it's really nice to have you here. And it's just so great, isn't it? To be online and you're busy with your lives, but you can still tune in and have a little listen and be inspired. So let me know how you get on. So yeah, YouTube, my website. You've got my website, most of you. Oh, hi, Adrian. It's nice to see you. I think some of you thought I was on at 12:30 because I used to do that. But I'm roughly about 12 o'clock now because most people were having their lunch about that time. So if you want to listen to this again, Adrian, if you want one for you, oh, yours is Remove the Nail. 20, number 20, 21st of the 6th. That's your Nan Talk. That's prescribed for you. That's the one I'm feeling. So you need to change something that's bringing your emotional balloon down, okay? And hopefully you'll have some fun with that. So next week, mirror work. I'm going to put that on. And if you want to go listen to some meditations I've done or previous talks, it's www.nancyfinch.co.uk. So have fun, guys, and lots of love. Namaste, and I'll catch you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.